Hey everybody, welcome to a quick little overview video of the Universal JAMMA Interface. This is the first prototype, and there's going to be another revision before this is ready for release, but I wanted to go ahead and go through the feature set of this new product and show off what it can do. So first of all, what this is basically, think of it as like a super gun, but specifically built for arcade cabinets that don't support JAMMA, like Vewlix, for example, which is what we're going to be demonstrating it in today, or any other JVS cabinet, like you know, the new Net City over there, which I plan to do some work with that as well. This should be able to, with an adapter, be made to work with various different non-JAMMA arcade cabinets. All it needs is an adapter to make it work with the I/O in the cabinet. So quickly, I want to show what's going on here. So for power, we get power from the JVS type power connectors. So in my Vewlix, I'm running a Lindbergh power supply with JVS leads on it. So those would plug in right here to provide power to the PCB. Then you have your red, green, and blue potentiometers for adjusting the video balance and color output, color balance and output. You know what I'm saying, brightness. And then you have a switch for mono audio from the JAMMA Edge, or MVS, Neo Geo MVS style stereo. So that's pretty cool. Then the video is buffered through a THS7374. And there is a low-pass filter jumper that you can turn on or off. For video output options, we have an HD15. This outputs RGBS, not RGBHV, so it's composite sync here. So you got to make sure that whatever monitor you're plugging it into supports composite sync. And then you've got the Mini DIN 9, which is set up as a Sega Genesis 2 style RGB out. So it works with Genesis 2 style SCART cables. Alright, now for audio, you have an a stereo audio in jack, and you have a stereo audio out jack. And the way that this works is if you are using the audio from the JAMMA Edge, then depending on whether you have this set to mono or MVS, depending on which type of board you have, it'll either be mono signal coming out of here on both the left and the right channel for standard JAMMA PCBs, or it will be stereo audio from this output jack if it's an MVS style board. Audio also comes through the Mini DIN 9 like you would normally expect a Genesis 2 type cable to work. So but then the next main thing, the main difference with the stereo in, is that if you have like a Capcom Play System 2, like my CPS2 Multi here, a board that has onboard stereo output, you can plug that stereo output from the arcade board into this stereo input. And this is a switch jack, so if you plug it in, it will cut off the PCB audio and switch to the stereo input. And then for controls are connected through this 40-pin IDC cable. You have these connect to, you've got this IDC cable like this, and it goes up and through into your control panel on a Vewlix. So here it is, and it plugs into the control panel adapter. This is the prototype control panel adapter, and it allows you to plug in your Vewlix control panel harness and plug in your JAMMA kit, your JAMMA interface adapter board, and then that is able to plug into your I/O, or in this case, my prototype Vewlix I/O splitter, which is also something that should be on the it should be ready to go pretty soon. Okay. So, let me demonstrate real quick how to set this up. So, you've got your JAMMA interface, right? You're going to first off plug in your 40-pin IDC connector, right? And then for the CPS2, we're going to plug in the kick harness as well. Now this kick harness is the kind of what has become kind of the standard, like the Haas Supergun style kick harness. It's a JST XH6, and then on here you have button 4 and button 5. You can switch between the kick harness or the JAMMA edge, depending on your PCB. Alright, then we're going to add our JVS power, if we can get it. Okay. Alright, so JVS power is in there. Then I'm going to plug in stereo. I'm going to plug in stereo audio input from the CPS2. And then we'll plug in video from the Genesis 2 connector. And that video is a SCART cable going to an OSSC. Alright, and then lastly we have audio output, which my line audio cable is really short, so we're going to have to plug that in once we've got everything else done. Okay, so the JAMMA edge just plugs right into the JAMMA edge of your arcade board, just like so. And then of course you plug in your kick harness just like you normally would. Okay, so kicks and the JAMMA edge are both situated the way they need to be. Okay, and now last part is to plug in the audio output, which I'm going to plug in right here. So this is fully set up now. So let's fire it up. And there you go. So video and audio are working great, and it's got a beautiful picture. Turn that down, turn that down a little. It's got a beautiful picture on the Vewlix. I mean, it really looks great. This is a Vewlix Diamond Blue screen, so it's got oh, my OSSC is showing artifacts. I got an issue with the HDMI cable in my OSSC. Sometimes I have to plug it and unplug it a few times to get... Yeah, see, that looks good now. Alright, yeah, so sometimes you get artifacts with line 5X. The OSSC is running at line 5X in 1080p mode, so it's, you know, pretty good. Alright, so the other thing that's cool about this is that because of the way the wiring harness is done, all of the normal like cabinet features like the service switch and test switch and everything works. So if I hit the test switch, we go into the menu. And then if we go over to inputs, you can see, well, let's see if I can get you into a position where you can see. Ooh. Alright, so player 1 controls. You can see those are all working. Then you got your player 2 controls working as well. These are direct wire connections. There's no lag. It's just like a normal JAMMA setup. And then you've got your service and test switches from the cabinet, and then even coin works. Let's grab a quarter here and drop it. Yep, so you see you got your player 1 coin. So yeah, this fully adapts the controls, the video, and fully adapts the controls and the audio, gets the video into a format that can be easily adapted to something compatible with a Vewlix. In fact, the blue diamond Vewlix screen can support 240p or 15 kilohertz video straight off of the board through the HD15 connector without even going through the OSSC. But it does look kind of like crap. The scaling is not very good. So, but it is a possibility. If you have a diamond blue, you could just hook the VGA plug straight into the HD15 and get a picture if you don't have a scaling solution set up yet. I've also been testing with the RetroTink 2X SCART down there. It works, but it doesn't work on HDMI. The Vewlix Diamond Blue monitor, at least, does not like the HDMI output of the RetroTink 2X SCART, so I have to run it through one of those HDMI to VGA dongles and then run it into the Vewlix VGA input. But it works under those conditions, and the quality looks pretty good. It's not quite as nice and sharp as the OSSC for obvious reasons, but it's pretty good. But yeah, so that's a basic overview of the Universal JAMMA interface. This will be able to be made compatible with other cabinets. This is built for the Vewlix right now with the current adapter, but the same JAMMA interface board will work with other cabinets like the new Net City with the appropriate adapter, and I'm designing adapters for multiple different cabinets. So hopefully we'll be able to have one for SEGA JVS cabinets, Vewlix cabinets, and even Namco Noir. I'm looking into that as well. So hopefully that will be available soon. There will be, this is just the prototype. There's going to be another revision, but whenever that one is done, I suspect that it will be ready for sale at that point. So be looking out for it. It should be available soon. All right, well, we'll catch you later, guys. Oh gosh, I'm getting tongue-tied here. Catch you later, and just keep an eye out. Bye.